Hey, beautiful people. I hope you guys are blessed and highly favored. Welcome back to Grace Walk Family. My name is Kenesha Brookring. I'm so happy to be back. Guys, I know I always said this, but I'm definitely doing it. I'm being consistent, guys. I'm making videos every week, putting them out every week. 3 weeks going, praise God. And with the vision and the hope that we have for this page and for what God is doing in our life, we have to really just respect God in what we're doing and just be as consistent as we can over here for His glory. Um, I I hope you guys enjoyed my last video. I'm not apologizing for my excitement in that video. And as you know, we're continuing the book, and that is what I'm sharing with you guys today as we continue. And this is for anyone who's married, who's about to get married, who's engaged, who's single, and just want to prepare their mind for marriage. And I believe this series is definitely going to bless your life. I just want to just send love to my husband, baby. Big up your chest, baby. Big up your chest. I love you and I just thank you. I was just reflecting. As you know, we just celebrated our 7th anniversary and we've been 8 years together. And I was just looking through our pictures and where we've come from and where we are today and just how much God has blessed us along the way, how much God has groomed us and developed us through our storms, through our mistakes, through our mountains, and I'm just so thankful for God's mercy because let me tell you something. Me and my husband's been far from perfect, but God has always just had his hands on us in our ignorance. And I just want to give God the glory for where he brought us and where he's bringing us. Now, as you know, we're reading the book, Things I Wish I'd Known Before I Got Married. And we're here in the video in chapter 2, guys. I literally have to stop myself from reading. I'm in chapter 5 right now. And I just have to remind myself, Ken, take a break, because the book is so good. If you know, in the first video that I did, I went into communication, but the way Gary goes into communication in this book is like, I cannot wait to talk about communication. But right now, we're still on the love illusion and stage 2 of loving each other romantically. And if you know, in the first video, I said, all of us go into marriage thinking that love is what's going to get us through. And we know a lot of people that was in love, is still in love, but have divorced or separated. So we definitely know that love is not the foundation of a successful marriage. And so I want to continue, and today we're talking about stage 2. So in chapter 2, when Gary talked about stage 2, of this romantic love, we know the first stage is when we fall in love and we automatically want to do everything for each other. We'll travel long distance to see each other. Before the date is finished, we're already planning the next day. We want to just do nice things for each other. We just want to be there and love on each other. But what Gary talks about in stage 2 of love, romantic love, is the practical part of love, when that feeling and that emotion subsides, and you're now seeing each other's flaw clearly. You're seeing each other's flaws. How do you still love this person when you're off the love high? When someone's on drugs, they'll do anything to feel that high again. And when you're in love and you get that feeling, you want to do anything to get that feeling again. And one thing Gary said is he wished someone told him that even though you're not on that love high anymore, it doesn't mean that you don't love that person anymore. It doesn't mean you made a mistake to marry this person. It just means that you're off that high, which he state is good because now you can focus on other things other than the person that you fell in love with. Our perception of love isn't enough. Okay, our perception of what we believe is love isn't enough. He talks about the second stage being more intentional, right? So you intentionally loving your spouse, you intentionally going out of your way to make them feel loved and special. He explained that if he knew that he had to be intentional in his love, it would have saved him a lot of years of struggling in their marriage. And I definitely can agree there. If we knew that we had to be more intentional and that this love feeling wasn't going to carry us through our marriage, but we had to be intentional, intentionally love each other, intentionally respect and honor each other, okay, intentionally see the flaws and still accept one another, it would have definitely saved us many arguments, many disagreements, and many fights. And another thing, Gary, so this part of being intentional, Gary mentioned, he said it requires work, right? It's not just going to happen. Okay, both parties have to put in the work. Whatever might make me feel loved, accepted, and valued might not be the same for Richard. And it might, and most likely, each spouse, every spouse in this world, most likely, how we feel loved and how we feel treasured and how we feel valued will most likely be different from one another. And so he goes into saying everyone has a primary love language. And I got so excited when I finally realized who was the author of this book. I You thought I was excited in the first video. When I found out who was the author of this book, I don't even know what I was doing with myself, like seriously. So he started talking about love language. I hope someone who is a reader have caught on by now. He started talking about love languages. We all usually have different love languages, right? And whatever makes us feel loved and feel good is what we usually would do for our spouse, yeah, or for our partner. But usually our love language is not usually our spouse love language. And so we're trying to display love in the way that we feel love, but it's not the way that they feel love. And so my perception of how I feel love might not be enough for Richard, and Richard's perception on how he feel love might not be enough for me. Now, this is a real example that Gary have in his book. But it was so real for us because his example was literally what we've been through. And Richard is a doer. Like, he's a server. Like, he would come in this house, he'll clean this house up, he'll cook, he'll take care of the kids. He would do the most when it comes to getting things done in the home with the kids. You know, he'll do the most, and that's how he was showing his love to me, right? Where I'm the one who would go and give hugs, would go and give kisses, will rub his feet, will rub his back. And this is the way that I'm showing love to him. However, that's my love language and not his love language. So what I'm doing for him might not necessarily make him feel love. And what he's doing for me might not necessarily make me feel love. And unless we both come to the understanding that, oh, this is the way he's showing me love, we will feel like we are unloved. And so we have a video where we did the love language years ago, but I don't think we really truly understood it. And it is something that we've been working on. Richard is doing brilliant, and I think he feels the same about me, where we're understanding and we're getting and we're doing each other's love language for one another, right? So where Richard loves love to be served. He likes breakfast, so I'm a faster, right? I will fast throughout the day from morning to noon, so I would not be eating. But he'll be like, babe, I like this and this, and I will go and make it and serve it to him. This is what he like. Oh, babe, can you do this for me? You know, and before I understood love language, he would want me to do something and I'd be like, babe, I'm tired or whatever. But and he would get a hump about it, and I couldn't understand, like, why are you upset, babe? I'm not intentionally not doing it. It's just that. And then when I started understanding love languages, it's like me asking him for a hug and a cuddle, and he'd be like, oh, I'm busy. Like that would upset me so much. That would upset me so much. So I was understanding, oh, this is his love language. So if I can sacrifice whatever I'm doing it, or go and do it and then get back to what I'm doing, I understand his love language now. So if he asks me to do something, if I don't have to do what I'm doing in that moment, I would just drop it and go and do it, because I understand this is your love language. This is what makes you feel loved, right? This is what makes you feel valued. And so I believe that understanding each other's love language has so much, it has made our marriage so much better. It has made our marriage so much healthier, because we're not feeling unloved, we're not feeling unvalued and unappreciated. We are both feeling loved, we are both feeling valued, and we are both feeling appreciated. Where in some marriages, one person can be feeling loved and appreciated, and sadly, the other person might not be feeling loved and appreciated and valued. And so to be in a marriage where both is being filled, both is being watered, and both is feeling loved is amazing. And what I love about this book is that 7 years in the marriage, we were just doing things, trying to get it right. And by reading and gaining knowledge and understanding, we're no longer guessing, but we're doing the work to gain the knowledge, to gain the wisdom, to gain the understanding, and to put in the work, so that our marriage can live a lifespan, not just be married for marriage's sake, but actually feel love, feel value, feel like we're actually happy in this marriage. We're not just here. So now I'm going to finish off this video with just briefly going to the book and going over the 5 love languages. So the first one is word of affirmation. Now, if you're someone who love affirmation, you already know what this is, right? This language use words to affirm the other person. I really appreciate I really appreciate you washing the car. It looks great. Thank you for taking out the garbage. You are the greatest. You look nice in that outfit. So this person love affirmation. I am going to do a video on how you learn your love language, because I think that's going to help, but I won't put it in this video because I don't want this video to be too long. So the first language is words of affirmation. So that is affirming your partner, and by learning your partner's love language, you can love on them more. You can show your appreciation and their value more. So it is so important, especially like if you truly love this person, regardless if you don't have that high love feeling anymore. You love this person, and you appreciate the person. It is so good to learn how they feel love and then show them your love. Yeah, act of service. And this is something for Richard. I do believe Richard love affirmations as well. Look at me put my husband love language out here like this. Act of service is for these people who love act of service, is actions speak louder than words. If you speak words of affirmation to this person, such as, I admire you, I appreciate you, I love you, they will likely think and perhaps say, if you love me, why don't you do something to help me around the house? Definitely, we went through this. Definitely, I've heard that from Richard before. If acts of service is their primary love language, then washing the car, mowing the grass, helping around the house, doing the dishes, helping with the kids when they're stressed, you know, would definitely appreciate this. The next one is receiving gifts. For some people, what makes them feel most loved is to receive gifts. The gift communicates, he is thinking about me. Look what he got me. The best gift are those that you know will be appreciated. So he goes on and say, don't just randomly go and get a gift. Listen to what they like. Look at what makes them feel nice. You know, you might be out with your partner. They might, you know, comment or something. Take notice of it, you know, and get them it, you know. Another thing is quality time. Quality time is giving that person your undivided attention. So not being with this person and being on your phone, on your laptop, talking to other person, but giving this person your undivided attention. I remember one time me and Richard, we love going out to eat, and we went out to eat, and I just love going out to eat with him. But most of the time, I think football or news was on the television in the restaurant, and Richard is a stroller. He liked to stroll on his phone, and most of the time he was strolling in, looking on the thing. Even though he was there with me, he was not present with me, and we had a talk about it. And for me, it's the understanding, like in Richard's head, I'm here with her, right? I'm here. But in my head, your body's here, but you're not present. We're not having a conversation. You know, we're not laughing. We're not enjoying each other. So quality time doesn't mean your body is here. It means that you're actually present. We're having a conversation. We're talking and we're enjoying each other's company. Yeah. So that's quality time. And then number 5 is physical touch. Physically appropriately touching that person how they like to be touched. And it doesn't have to be sexual, it doesn't have to be leading towards sex, but it can be a long hug, it can be a cuddle, it can be, you know, a rub on the shoulder, a rub on the leg, just finding out what that person like and doing it. And I think one way to find out what that person like touch wise is how they touch you, you know. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. As you know, the video before we spoke about the illusion of love, and love being the foundation, and love carrying the marriage through. I think me and Richard had to learn the hard way that love ain't gonna carry you through. You know, in marriage, in any relationship, you're gonna feel all kind of different emotions, but we have to choose daily. I was strolling on Instagram, and this video literally answered it for me, and so I'm gonna play a little clips of it in this video. Love is a choice. Love is a choice. Like, you know, some people get married, and when that love high goes, they think that they're not in love, but that's not true. It's possible that you're still in love, but you're just off the high, and now you have to learn how to practically love this person. And I think that is important for you to not just be on a high of love and just do things automatically, but when you come off that high, can you still love me? Can you learn me? Can you learn me and love me by your knowledge? And that is what would keep your marriage, by learning your spouse and then doing what your spouse loves. You know, I've spoken about just the basic of being respectful in a marriage, right? But now we are talking about keeping that emotional love alive, you know, keeping that emotion, the emotional, the love side alive. And even if it's if it's died, if it has died, bringing it back to life, you know, bringing it back to life and allowing it to even become even more vibrant, you know, than ever before. You know, there's a saying that the grass is not always greener on the other side. And sometimes we will leave our relationship thinking that we're going to find what we're looking for in that other person, where it was here all along. You just had to water it, you just had to groom it, you just had to take care of it. And I'm so thankful that Richard and myself is learning this now in our marriage, that we need to learn each other and we need to love each other by what we've learned. And this is what's going to keep our marriage, keep our family, keep our home. And this is what our children's going to see. This is what's going to, you know, how we love each other is how our children will love. And oh, we're going to get into this in one of the videos, you know, what we saw as children and how what we saw affect us as adults. And so I really hope that this video help you in your marriage, you know, help you to figure out each other, you know, and love each other the way each other want to be loved, and not the way that you think you should be loving them, and be like, oh, you know, you can't be in a relationship or marriage and be like, oh, I'm trying to love you the best way I know how to. No, learn how to love that person and love that person good, or let that person go so someone else will be able to love them the way that they want to be loved. Because here's the thing, we all are deserving of love. And I honestly do not believe that no one should ever be in a relationship or a marriage where just they feel unvalued, unappreciated, and unloved. And if someone genuinely love you and care for you, they will make the time to find out what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel valued, what makes you feel appreciated, and do the things that will make you feel that way. God bless you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't gotten the book yet, get it so you can read along with me and enjoy growing in your marriage, you know, if you're married, and just look forward to being married if you're not married, you know, being prepared mentally and being able to know what to expect, have an idea what to expect. God bless you guys. Remember to like our page. We're sorting out our YouTube channel. Get over there at Grace Walk Family. We also have a Grace Walk Family vlog, and we're also working on that, so you guys can get a little insight of what we get up to. And as you know, I am an author. Praise be to God. You can get my book on Amazon. Remember to like, share, and comment. God bless you guys.